so much. Hello, welcome. My name is Miss Greenleaf, and I'd love to welcome you to the Bandorama concert. This is actually one of my most favorite concerts. Is there anyone in here who this is their first Bandorama? Welcome, a special welcome to you. We think you're really in it for a treat. This is a great concert. It's not only entertaining to just see this many children with instruments, but it's also a really interesting concert because you get to see our instrumental curriculum really right in front of your eyes from grades 5, 6, 7, all the way up through our high school ensemble. So I'm hoping I can share some things with you about our program tonight, and that you'll have a nice time listening to some of the music we've been preparing for you. Is there anyone in here this is like their 8th or more Bandorama? Yes, thank you. Welcome to you as well. Some of these students have started in 5th grade and are now in 12th grade, so the Bandorama concert is a really interesting and unique thing to see over the years. So, all right, well, I'm going to get it started with our 5th grade beginner band. This is our 5th grade band over here. They started this year in September. Very good. So these students really have only been playing for a few months, and if you saw us in December, we've added a few things to our band. We have some baritones here in the back. We have a variety of percussion instruments. We have some larger saxophones, and we even have an oboe. So we are really excited to have expanded our band a little bit, and we have some of our favorite songs to play for you tonight, starting with the 5th grade favorite, Zombie Stomp, followed by Android Attack, and the song Surge. So we're going to get started. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Albro and myself are co-teaching the 5th grade band. There are chairs over there, but you do not have to stand there. You guys can go have a seat over there. All right, thank you so much. Hopefully you can hear that our band is definitely evolving. We're using more music, different parts between the instruments, and we're playing more difficult music, more complex rhythms, lots of percussion. And as we kind of move our percussion over to our 6th grade, I'd like to introduce Jen Hoyt from the Foxborough Music Association. This is our parent group here in town, and they are absolutely amazing. They provide so many opportunities for our students, and I think she'll speak to those. So I'd like to welcome Jen Hoyt.
Thank you. All right, I promise I'll be very brief. She said, I'm Jen Hoyt, and she was asking earlier how many Bandoramas. This is, I believe, my 12th Bandorama, so welcome to all of you first-timers. It's fun. It's one of my favorite concerts of the year. So I'm the treasurer of the Foxborough Music Association, and I just want to tell you just a little bit about the Foxborough Music Association. We are a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to promoting and enhancing the music education experience of students in the Foxborough Public Schools. And we do that by funding commissioned works, by helping the schools to bring in guest artists. We do that for all grade levels, elementary school through high school. And these guest artists will work with the students, do master classes, and have workshops. We fund a college scholarship. We fund student scholarships, which I'll get to in a minute, and we do much more. So we invite families in elementary, middle, and high school to join us. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can join us at our monthly meetings. We meet the 2nd Monday of every month. You can volunteer for any of our committees or events. We'd love to have help, and we'd love to meet new people. And follow us on social media. All the links are in your program. We also gladly accept donations to help with any of our programs. We also have a link in there for sponsorship. Before we move on to the rest of the concert, I said I wanted to talk to you briefly about the Foxborough Music Audition Scholarships. So these are scholarships that students get, grades 5 through 11, audition for scholarships. Last year, we gave $4,500 in scholarships. These are used for music lessons, camps, or other music programs. Why do we suggest that you do this? Besides the money just to get this, it's also a great experience for kids to audition you. It's a live audition in front of adjudicators. The adjudicators are staff members, music teachers here, but it's a great experience for the kids to get in front of people and get out of their comfort zone, and audition. And any middle school students who audition automatically will receive $25 towards SIMC. So just wanted to remind you, the deadline to apply is April 8th. All the information is in your program on our website. Just go to our website. April 8th at 9 p.m. is the deadline, and the auditions will be on April 25th from 3:15 to 6 o'clock. Okay, so thank you. Now on to the 6th grade.
Great. I'd like to introduce Mr. Donnie Albrow and Robert Glynn in the 6th grade band. while we move a few instruments back for our 7th and 8th grade combined band, I would like to keep going on what Ms. Hoyt was saying about our summer camps and workshops we host here. In the back few pages of the program, you'll see actually two kind of advertisements. The first is for our middle school music camp called SIMC. And that is a really exciting, fun camp we host at the Ahern. It's designed for all middle school music students in any of the ensembles, including orchestra and chorus. It is an extremely fun half-a-day camp where we have spirit days and we dress up silly and we learn how to play a variety of styles of music. Students can try out jazz band, they can try out symphony orchestra. They get to work alongside many of our amazing high school students who come and volunteer as helpers of that camp. I can't say enough how fun it is. It's a 2-week camp, but you can only attend one if you're vacationing. If you're interested at all, please feel free to scan that QR code or reach out to any of the music staff, and we can help you figure out what you can do for SIMC. Highly recommend it. The other camp we have is called the Jazz Improvisation Workshop. That is a workshop where we focus on the art of jazz improvisation. This is a type of camp where we play with no music. Instead, we learn how to produce music from inside with a lot of guidance from some amazing jazz staff from both Boston and New York City. So that's generally designed for some of our older students, but any student is welcome if they're interested in the art of jazz improvisation. With the scholarship, that money can be used towards these camps. So you don't have to pay to do the scholarship. The worst thing that happens is you don't get any money. You get a $25 coupon. That's pretty sweet. The best thing that happens is you get a solid amount of money to use towards some of those camps or private lessons or another camp that may be outside of Foxborough. It does not have to be specific. So I'm going to reiterate that the scholarship is totally worth it. And if you're interested, reach out. We have pieces available for the students to play, and it's a no-lose situation. All right, I think are we good? We're almost there? Awesome. So the 7th and 8th grade band, we actually are playing together tonight. We don't get to rehearse together during the school day, but we really do believe in camaraderie across the grades. And our high school is, of course, a 9 through 12 ensemble. So this is a nice experience for the 7th and 8th graders. It also brings us together. We have a larger ensemble and a more variety of instruments. I think you're going to hear that we're working on getting a more mature band sound. We are using, we're playing really independently, and we're learning more complex rhythms and complex music. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Robert Glynn and Donnie Albro and the 7th and 8th grade band. right, thank you so much. As we move to our high school ensemble, I wanted to talk just a second about our high school band. So this is Mr. Bush and the Foxborough High School Concert Band. Thank you. As I mentioned, this is a 9 through 12 grade class, so can you raise your hand if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior? So we have a pretty good spread, actually, of students across the grades, which I find to be a really unique class. You will not find a math class most likely with seniors and freshmen in the same kind of class and working together, and that's something that our performance ensembles, we really enjoy about them. So anyway, I grew up in town. I used to live in Foxborough, and I went through this entire program. So I'm with Miss Hoyt, and this is my manyth Bandorama. And as I grew up in town, I know from being a generational townie that there are a lot of misconceptions about the music program. So I am going to try my best to show you in a very, very, very short amount of time that some of those things are just certainly not true. Like, for instance, the idea that you cannot do sports and band. That is unfortunately just completely false. Can you raise your hand if you were or ever have been in a sport during your high school career? That's a lot of students. I just want to make sure that's really clear. How many of you done more than one sport per year? Anyone do all 3 seasons? It is doable, my friends. Is it busy? Yes. Do we want them to be busy? Yes, we do. And we want to give them the opportunities to learn about art and how to create art, and also about sports and how to control your body. All of these things are good things, and yes, you can do both. Cool. But I have some other things I wanted to share with you as well. For instance, we don't actually rehearse before school starts. Believe it or not, we actually do rehearse as a class during the school day. It just happens to be the first block of every day. We also are an advanced band. We do work hard. We are proud of our excellence, but it does not mean that you have to be amazing to join the band. That is not true. We have a variety of levels of students, and we work together and make our band sound as amazing as they can. Cool. But it's really not us. It's the students that can tell you a little bit about this. So I'm going to ask a quick questions, and I'd like the students just raise your hand and raise them, loud and proud, because you deserve this recognition. So I'm going to introduce you to some students of the band. First, I'm going to introduce you musically. So musically, how many of you started in 5th grade band right here and played Zombie Stomp? How many of you didn't start in 5th grade but maybe moved into town or started later? There's some. That's true. That is a possibility for sure, 100%. Great. How many of you maybe switched instruments at some point in your career? Good. Turn around and look at them, friends. It's okay to switch instruments. Awesome. How about anyone involved in jazz, band, or symphony orchestra? Or jazz choir? Okay, cool. There's a lot of people involved in a variety of ensembles. We think that's good. Any of you auditioned for any sort of all-state or district bands? Those are some bands we do as a state, so you have to audition to get in. Excellent. But there are also good people non-musically as well. How many of you are in either an extracurricular club or something like that? Great, awesome. How many of you are in the National Honor Society? Great, congratulations. How many of you on the honor roll? Nice, good for you, awesome. How many of you have a job? Yes, you can work too. Okay, how many of you are hoping to go to college or extend your education someday? Great, we think that's awesome. And if not, that's okay too. How many of you think you're gonna be a music professional? That's actually really normal. Thank you for being honest. Some people believe we're in it to train professional musicians. We're really not. We're in it to train professional people. We want them to be good humans. And we really, truly believe, and I'm speaking for the staff, but that creating music really does enrich the soul. And it's good for your brain. It promotes good fine motor skills. There's a lot of science behind it. But deep down, the arts creates compassion for each other and compassion for human existence in art. That is a human thing that we have done. So anyway, I digress. We will continue on, but if you're ever interested or ever have any questions, please reach out. We are very kind, and we like to talk about ourselves, so feel free to let us know, and we're more than willing to answer any questions you might have about our program. We really do think it's a good one. And we're hoping to show you that now with 2 songs. They're quick, don't worry. 2 songs from our Foxborough High School concert band. The first is called Mock Morris, and the second is called March Bushu. And I hope you enjoy. Here is Mr. Bush and the Foxborough High School concert band.
Hi, I'm Aaron Bush, high school band. You might recognize me from the highly photoshopped and airbrushed bio picture in the back of your program. I would like to mention one quick point about our high school music program. We have the benefit in our program of having teachers that work with these students through multiple years in their FHS and Ahern school careers. So our students have the benefit of having a familiar face, a welcoming educator, and an outstanding human being that literally gets to watch them grow up from 5th grade band to high school band. And there aren't many subjects in our public school that afford students the opportunity to experience that. It's very special for us. So with that, please welcome Miss Greenleaf and Mr. Albro, who's not conducting tonight but also teaches with me at the high school. Please welcome Miss Greenleaf in our performance of March Boshu.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to get ourselves set now, students, for our last piece, America. We're actually going to perform a piece all together now, all the grades, all the bands, all the students, and we're going to play a piece called America. And as we just get our percussionists all set up, I do want to reiterate what Mr. Bush was saying. We have an amazing Foxborough music staff here, and I'm not just saying that because I'm one of them. I do know a solid amount of music teachers around, and it's really common to have a really good music teacher in a school system. Like one really good music teacher. And that's awesome, and they succeed and they do great, and we support those schools so much. It's really rare to have 4 really good band teachers in the same district. And sometimes I think when we're around so much, we forget. So I'm just here to remind you that I personally am so lucky to get to work with these people every day. They're amazing humans and they're amazing musicians. And if you haven't had a chance yet, you should check out the bios. We don't put them in all the concert programs. We only do it in one. And the reason is we just want you to know who your students are spending time with. We all have 2 degrees, for instance. We perform regularly. I had a concert last Sunday. We work together outside of school. We do a lot of things, and we want you to know. And if you have any questions, of course, reach out. But we're super lucky here to have these teachers, and I think that's clear from what you hear today, that we really do care about the students and their musical education. So if you haven't had a chance, check that out. Thank you. All right. It looks like everybody's ready, and I've definitely heard enough of my own voice on the microphone tonight. So I would like to introduce the Foxboro Concert Band 2023, performing the piece, America. Let's hear it for the 5th grade band. Woo! 6th grade. Our 7th and 8th combined. And our fabulous Foxborough High School. Thank you so much. We really hope you enjoyed your time here tonight, and thank you so much for your support of the Foxborough music programs, and have an excellent night.